This is the dialogue looking at Christopher Watts, the man who has since confessed of murdering his wife, Shannon Watts, and their two innocent children, very young children. Now, when I first heard this a week ago, I immediately thought guilty. I just did, because I heard the weakness in his voice. And 4 hours later, I had found out that he had confessed to the murder. So this is while he is still pretending he's innocent. So let's have a look at the body language he's displaying.
I've exhausted every friend that I know of, and every friend that I have has called friends that Shanann has that maybe I didn't know about.
Okay, so we've got one shoulder up that goes up a lot. That's a deceptive mannerism. One shoulder, definitely. Two shoulders can mean not sure, but definitely he's not sure. And I can tell by his demeanor that he's not caring at the moment.
And it's just it's vanished. She's not, when I got home yesterday, it was like a ghost town. She wasn't here.
Okay, we've got slight drooping delight on his face. This is not a man who's in grief or concern. He's not concerned whatsoever at that point that his wife has gone missing and his children, his innocent children.
Kids weren't here. I have no idea where they went. And
notice his voice, it's quite weak. A very weak voice, which means he's not in proper resonance of his whole body, which can indicate a deceptive tell.
It's just earth-shattering. I don't feel like this is even real right now. It's like a nightmare that I just can't wake up from.
So a nightmare that he can't wake up from. How does he know it's a nightmare? Maybe they've gone away for the night because you had a fight with her. And he does this quite a bit. He licks his tongue, and that's a sign of deception, because he's basically saying, I know something you don't know.
They weren't here. I texted her a few times, called her, I didn't get a response, which that was a little off. And then her
And again, we've got the shoulder lift here on the side.
friend Nicole showed up about a little afternoon. I could see on the doorbell camera, and
So we could see in his doorbell camera, and he wasn't home. I'm guessing he saw it remotely.
I was like, hey, what's going on? She's like, I can't get a hold of Shanann. And that's when I was just like, all right, something's not right. If she's not answering the door, and she said the car was here, it's like, I gotta go home. And
He's got to go home, and he was shaking his head. His body tells us that he doesn't believe that.
here, got inside, and nobody was here.
Well, that's true. But there's a slight jaw jut here. And whenever I see that, I know there is something that he wants to hold, that he's holding back, that he's not sure whether to reveal it or not.
Nothing.
And he's stumbling over his words too. That's also a deceptive tell, considering the other cluster of mannerisms. Tongue.
Yeah, because Bella was gonna start kindergarten next Monday, and they were just getting ready to start back again.
Holding back.
Yeah, because she was here at the front door, and that's when I kind of knew, okay, if she's not answering anybody else either, this isn't like her, because she works at direct sales business, and that's her.
And now he's filibustering. He's filling in the blanks for us. He's making a dialogue happen so that we can think what he wants us to know.
That's what she does. And for her not to
It's unnecessary information.
respond to any of her people, if she doesn't respond to me, that's fine. She's busy, she's got stuff going on. But not to respond to her people, though, that was not like her.
A lot of blinking tells me he's in deception. He's actually full of anxiety.
Chris, you've got a beautiful
Tongue.
family, and it looks like you all love each other very much. What went through your mind the minute
And he's blinking a lot. It's deception,
you kind of feel like something's wrong?
Oh, there's a hard swallow right there.
I was trying to get home as fast as I can. I was
Really? Because you're smiling.
blowing through stoplights. I was blowing through everything, just trying to get home as fast as I can, because
That doesn't make sense. It's just inappropriate. As you know, in the circumstances, most people would not laugh and smile at trying to rush back home to their loved ones or find
this
them.
made sense. If she wasn't here, where did she go?
A lot of likes too. That's a qualifying statement that he's trying to qualify and fill in the blank.
Once I got here, it was all right, who can I call? Who do I know that she could be with right now? If she went to a friend's house, where could she be staying? And we went through everybody. Just everything in my contact list and her friend's contact list, and nothing has come up. Everybody has said they haven't heard from her either. I'm just hoping right now that she's somewhere safe, and maybe she's there. But
With a shaking of the head.
right now it's just if she's vanished, I want her back so bad.
I want her back so bad, with a smile. The voice doesn't match the body. That's incongruent. And so our minds are going, something's wrong with this man, and you need to believe that.
I want those kids back so bad.
Again, lots of smiles.
Um,
Tongue through the lips. Haha, I know something you don't know.
I want
Folded arms defensive
to
mechanism.
ask you a little bit about the hard part. Your first thought
Holding back.
is, where are they? I want them back. Your second thought is, you know, your friends are telling you got some
Blinking.
real. You're also, your second thought is that you're afraid people think you may have done something.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody's gonna have their own opinion on anything like this. I just want
Stumbling over his words. When we haven't got our story straight, we stumble over ourselves.
people to know that I want my family back. Like, I want them safe, and I want them here. Like, this house is not the same. I mean,
So it's like he already knows that they've gone.
last night was traumatic. Last night was, I can't really stay in this house again, like, with nobody here. And last night I wanted that knock on the door. I wanted to see this kid running, just barrel rush me, just give me a hug and knock me on the ground.
Okay, so it seems about him rather than the children.
But that didn't happen.
What are you going to say tonight?
Probably my friends Nick and Amanda. Just, I mean, and then something
We've got a hard swallow there. So he's not sure about staying with Nick and Amanda.
develops in the next hours or so. Like, I'm hoping that somebody sees something or somebody knows something and comes forward.
What's the hardest
Holding back.
part of all of this for you?
Not knowing, like, if they're safe or if they're in trouble. Like, there's
Tongue.
just that variable. Like, I'm not sure. I mean, I can't do anything right now from where I'm at. Like, I'm not sure if they're safe somewhere, just huddled up somewhere, or
That's weird. Huddled up somewhere. Put into a tank somewhere.
they're in trouble. And knowing that if they could be in trouble, it just, it's earth-shattering right now, and it doesn't feel like it's real.
It's like everything's going to lock up with no
And he takes an extra hug of himself after saying that.
signs of them leaving the house.
No, like, we have a camera there. Neighbor has a camera. I mean, everything was.
Long blink. That's also holding back.
Everything's checked out.
Tongue.
The camera is there?
The doorbell, only right there. The neighbor has one over there.
Were all the doors around the house locked?
Front door was locked. The garage door was unlocked, but that's normal for, like, when she comes in the house, she leaves it unlocked just so she can come in and out just in case, you know, to get in the garage door, but the back sliding door was locked as well.
So everything was locked, yet he doesn't know what's happened. Interesting.
I don't want to put anything out there, like, just suspecting, like, if something, like, somebody pulled in the back.
He doesn't want to put anything out there yet. Come on, mate. Your children are missing. It's really inappropriate, incongruent behaviour.
Because we have the driveway
Odd. Look at the arm folding it across his heart there. He's keeping himself safe.
back there from the new. I've never seen something like this in my lifetime unless it was on TV or a movie. And
Okay, so it looks like he's quite interested in TVs and movies. I suspect that this guy quite likes being on TV, thinking that he's duped everyone.
this doesn't seem real at all. It just seems like I'm living in a nightmare and I can't get out of it.
Again, he talks about nightmare for the second time, but again, you don't know if it really is a nightmare or if they're hiding somewhere. Okay, thanks for watching. This is the dialogue. There's a cluster of mannerisms which are deceptive about this man, such as his shaking of his head. We've also got a weak voice. We've got the uplift of one shoulder a lot. We've also got defensive mechanisms in his folding of his arms. We've got his overall demeanour is not one of concern about the loss of his family or the potential death of his family. So we now know that he has since confessed to murdering his wife and not his children. He's blamed that on his wife, but I think, if I'm not mistaken by reading his body language, he did kill his children as well. This is the dialogue. Please like, subscribe and share. Also check out my Patreon page and ding my bell for future notifications.